Hi, I'm Annapolis Mayor Josh Cohen with your video update for November 2012. And in this month's update, I want to talk about two things. One is about city dock planning, and the other is about holiday events and getting around downtown. So let me start with city dock planning. On Monday, November 26th, the City Dock Advisory Committee, which is a 25-member volunteer group of residents and business people, is going to present their proposed City Dock Master Plan to the City Council. And this presentation will be the culmination of 2 years of hard work, of listening to the public, of holding public workshops, of bringing in consultants to really flesh out a vision for the future of City Dock, which is the heart of Annapolis, in my opinion. And what can we do as a city to hold on to those attributes that make City Dock so special, but also make sure that we're making the best use of City Dock and really making it what it can be if we're not making the best use of it. And some of the overarching themes include more space for people to gather, whether it's pedestrians on the sidewalk, whether it's families gathering. What can we do to make City Dock more of a destination in itself? And to use the words that planners use, what can we do to activate the streetscape more, really add vitality to it? So on Monday the 26th, members of the City Dock Committee are going to present their report. From that point, that will represent a major milestone and a handing off of the baton really to the City Council as it begins its process. And as much work as the City Dock Committee's put into this, there'll still be significantly more work to do. The City's Planning Commission, Historic Preservation Commission, and other groups are going to want to look at these recommendations and make recommendations of their own. So ultimately, I'd say within 2 to 4 months, the whole report will come back to the City Council with a host of recommendations from various boards and commissions, and the public will have an opportunity for public comment both with some of these boards and commissions as well as at the City Council. Ultimately, the City Council will take a vote whether to accept or reject, or to accept an amended version of the City Dock Plan as an amendment to our comprehensive plan. Now, some of the general feedback I've heard, I've attended both public workshops, I've talked to a number of folks who've been following it, is that while there seems to be a lot of support for some of the broad brush concepts as far as the vision of City Dock, the plan in many ways is still very theoretical. And the real work is going to come into play when we look at applying some of these concepts and what the impact will be on the street, literally on the street, both for residents and for businesses, for mobility and parking. And that's really where there's a lot of work still to be done, and that's what the City Council is going to be engaged in for the near future. But the 26th will be a major step forward for re-envisioning City Dock. I want to thank the members of the City Dock Committee, and I can just say personally, the City Dock planning process has been probably the signature planning initiative of the city ever since I've been mayor, and I've been committed to it, and I am committed to continuing to see it through. Speaking of City Dock and downtown more broadly, and our business districts more broadly, we are approaching the holidays. And I have a few holiday-related announcements. One is that as the city has done for many years in the past, we're going to offer free metered parking at all the parking meters beginning on Thanksgiving through to New Year's Day. I want to add a caution note, though, because some folks inevitably mistake the 2 hours of free parking for unlimited free parking, and they think they can come and park their car there and just leave it there all day. And when they come back, they get a rude awakening because there's a parking ticket. And so the idea is we still want to encourage turnover of these parking spaces because the merchants need convenient parking, and to have convenient parking on the street, they need turnover. So there's still a 2-hour limit at the metered spacers, but the parking will be free, and before Thanksgiving, our city employees will be putting those plastic bags over the meters. The Saturday after Thanksgiving is Small Business Saturday. The Annapolis Business Association is one of only 100 business associations in the entire country That's been specially designated as a Small Business Saturday community. And if you check the Annapolis Business Association website and talk to some of the merchants, there may be special incentives, special offers that they're offering in conjunction with Small Business Saturday. On Small Business Saturday, we will, the Main Streets Annapolis Partnership will be rededicating the Main Street Pocket Park, which is located just a couple doors up from A.L. Goody's and Buddy's. The space has been donated for the past year by the Blonder family. Volunteers, if you've been down there, have repainted it, have spiffed it up in time for the holidays, and so that rededication will be on Small Business Saturday, which is November 24th. A couple other holiday-related announcements. The city's annual City Hall Holiday Open House is the first Thursday in December, which is December 6th, from 5:30 to 7 p.m. That's open to the public upstairs in City Council chambers, which are in dire need of renovation. But if you can ignore the crown molding that's fallen down and ignore the dust from the construction, it'll still be a very nice event. Several local restaurants donate food, and there will be a visit, at least by Mrs. Claus. I don't know about Mr. Claus. And after you come to the holiday open house, you can enjoy Midnight Madness. The first Midnight Madness is Thursday, December 6th. The second one is December 13th, and then 11th hour is the following Thursday, which is December 20th. Midnight Madness, if you've never been, is a great way to rediscover our local businesses, not just downtown, but in up on West Street and in other neighborhood districts, as well as it's a great way to reconnect with your neighbors, because that's really when a lot of locals just come back downtown, come to our business districts, and not only rediscover the stores, but reconnect with each other. Finally, when you are downtown, if you need to freshen up or wash your hands, the city now has free public restrooms in each of the 4 city parking garages. And just recently, Jerry South, the head of Town Park, along with Steve Samaras from the Main Streets Annapolis Partnership, and Joe Budge from the Ward 1 Residents Association, and I cut the ribbon at the new public restroom at Hillman Garage. This is something that both residents and business people downtown have requested for a long time. And I'm thrilled that as part of the many improvements we're doing in our parking garages, we now have clean, user-friendly restrooms in all 4 parking garages. So on that important note, that concludes the update for November. I hope to see you around and about over the holidays, certainly at our holiday open house on December 6th, or at some of the Midnight Madnesses coming up. As always, you can reach me in the mayor's office at 410-263-7997. You can email mayor@annapolis.gov, and you can visit my blog, mayorcohen.com, and leave a comment. Thank you for watching, and enjoy your holidays.